I thought it was important to provide you with an update on the issues that we've been dealing with over the past few weeks. They've had a widespread impact on our club. As a club, we've learned a lot over the last 9 months. We've also learned a lot over the last few weeks. We are sorry that these recent incidents have let down our supporters, our partners, and our community. Today I spoke with the playing group about the disappointment shared by our stakeholders, as well as the number of their teammates who have expressed similar disappointment. I also told them that our values and behaviours are not to pick and choose. They are not optional, they are non-negotiable. I said that we will support players who have issues and help anyone who needs help. I think we've demonstrated that in the last few weeks. But this is a two-way street. There is obligations on both sides. Our obligation is to help our players be better footballers and to be better people, and to set an environment that has the discipline, the support and the opportunity to achieve this. And in return, they have an obligation to act in a manner that is in line with the values and behaviours that we have established at our club. I asked everyone there whether they understood what was expected of them as Gold Coast Suns players. I wanted them to be crystal clear as to what our expectations are. I want to say that every single player is now very, very clear about what we expect, about what we want, and what our supporters and the wider community want. A lot of people have done a lot of work to get this club to where it is. We've achieved a lot, but right now we need to win back some respect, and we will. Our players are up for that. We will ensure we build a stronger club together. To do it, we need to continue to face the issues and learn from them. We've learned a lot over the last couple of weeks, and it will help us build a stronger playing group and a stronger club. Today, we finalised a plan designed to ensure Harley Bennell receives the support he requires and provides a pathway for him to return to the field. The plan was designed in consultation with Harley, his manager, the AFLPA and the club's chief medical officer. The following outcomes have been agreed. There will be adherence to an off-field program drawn up by the club and our chief medical officer. There's adherence to the standards and expectations of the playing and coaching group. He'll be available for any NEAFL selection in round 16 this week. He'll be available for senior selection in round 17. There'll be a $5,000 contribution towards the cost of the support required to complete an off-field program, and there'll be a suspended 3-match sanction should adherence to the program outlined not be met. We believe the outcome is a considered position, having consulted widely with the experts. Harley has bought into this plan. It gives him a real opportunity to demonstrate that he's prepared to make long-term changes and live up to the expectations required of him on and off field. Take questions.
AP, Harley's been suspended before, stood down before. What makes you think this time will be any different?
I guess that's why we've taken a while to get to this position. We've really wanted to put a comprehensive plan in place, one that he has bought into and committed to, and we believe that gives us the best chance of seeing some long-term changes.
How would you describe his mood and how he's embraced the talks over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, no, we've been really, really impressed with the way he's embraced the talks. We've had a number of discussions with him, as has Rocket and our General Manager of Football, and yeah, there's certainly the signs we've been looking for to the way he embraces this is they've been encouraging.
What was the thinking behind making him available for NEAFL this weekend? Is it additional punishment, or what's the reason behind it?
I guess the Chief Medical Officer and his support team feel the time's right for him to get back to play football this weekend. That was what was driving that.
So why wouldn't he be available for senior selection straight away?
Well, then that relates, I guess, to the expectations around the playing and coaching group, and he needs to demonstrate to them that he's living those.
Have you told him what happens if he stands outside these conditions that he's supposed to be adhering to?
Well, there's a suspended 3-match sanction. They're agreed already that if he doesn't adhere to the plan, that would apply automatically.
So it'll just be down to that fine, he wouldn't get any other punishment if he doesn't adhere to these instructions?
Well, at this point in time, that's what's been agreed with Harley and his team.
How is his position at the club safe then, Andrew?
Yeah, I think the coach expressed a view on where he sees Harley at just recently, and from our point of view, it's now up to him to respond to this plan, and if he delivers on this plan, then yes.
What have you seen from him, Rocket?
Certainly contrition. No, he certainly contrite about his behaviour and sees and can see how it's impacted other people and obviously his teammates, but the club in a wider view as well. I've spoken to him about the expectations and standards, which I'll go into greater detail over the ensuing weeks. Asked him if he wants to be at the club. He said he does. He was certainly, I suppose, unequivocal about that. He was very strong. I said we'd love to keep him as well, but there's going to be the expectations and standards of what we expect of every player. I mean, he's not going to be any different to any player. We don't expect any more from him than anyone else. So we spoke about that, and he's looked me in the eye and has said that he wants to do that. So that'll be judged by actions. You know, obviously, words can be words, but certainly only known him a short time, but he seems to be fairly determined to be able to do the right thing.
Rodney, does he have to regain your trust or the players, his teammates' trust?
As I said, I probably haven't known him too much as far as the trust factor goes. I think from a playing point of view, probably his teammates is about the standards and expectations that are in place, and they're certainly driving hard as a leadership group and the whole playing group. Harley probably has been inconsistent a little bit this year, so I would think from that aspect he would need to actually convince them, which I'm fairly confident to be able to do.
What's been the feedback from the players, Rocket? Are they filthy with him? Do they supportive of him? What's their point of view?
I haven't spoken to all of them, obviously. The leadership group is one. I think mainly it is of support. By the same token, they're fairly strong. They know where we're headed and where we want to go to and how we want to get there. And they want Harley part of that, but they only want him as part of that if he can actually live the standards and the behaviours that they want from everybody.
Andrew, you able to elaborate all on the off-field program that he's doing, or can you fill us in a little bit down on what you're expecting from him?
No, I guess it's in line with the Chief Medical Officer. It's a program of professional support, and I think it's probably that's probably about as far as I can say. It's pretty confidential.
I know you used the word contribute, a $5,000 contribution, AT, but is that another way of saying fine?
No, it's a contribution to. We want to invest in those programs to make it genuine assistance to long-term change.
How's the wider investigation going into drug use at the club?
Yeah, it's progressing well. We've had both the AFL and the AFL Players Association at the club over the last week or 2 weeks. We expect to do some further work next week with with both those parties, and I'd like to think maybe towards the end of next week that we'll be in a position of concluding that investigation.
You haven't had any other players come forward with that?
Well, we've had discussions with players. The players are very comfortable coming forward to talk to us as a club. So we've had a number of discussions now over the last 2 weeks, and we've been really pleased at how those discussions have gone.